Hello and welcome to Thaiger Bites. I'm Jay and this is Tim Newton.
Hi, everybody.
That is a very jazzy shirt.
One of the shirts that will soon be available online.
That's
I'm
right.
not sure if it'll be this particular pattern, but this one fades into the background, so this one doesn't.
But very nice outdoors. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, and it's a great, wonderful morning here in Bangkok. Very cold, 20 degrees Celsius. Quite cold for me because I've lived in Thailand my whole life. However, not so much for you coming from Melbourne.
Well, the reason I literally left Melbourne was because of the weather. I just couldn't do the Melbourne winter one more year. I'm obviously, my DNA is suited to a warm, humid climate, so I'm much happier here in Thailand. As far as the climate's concerned, we can look out because we are surrounded all the way around by windows. So we're looking out across the Bangkok skyline as we speak.
That's right. However, if you are feeling cold, I've got a solution for you. You can sip on some Coffee Culture coffee.
Yes.
They've got a new Sit and Stay blend, which is actually chocolate-infused ground coffee.
Well, in the past, I've had to add a bit of Milo into my coffee to get the same thing. But now, coffeeculture.asia have done all the hard work for me.
Yes, yeah, only found in ground coffee only. But yeah, Sit and Stay blend. Check them out on coffeeculture.asia. Right, let's get on with it, Tim.
Well, I've got a general comment here, first from Paul, who says, if Thailand wants tourists back to 2019 levels, it needs to get rid of Thailand Pass and guaranteed tourists will not be put into hotel quarantine. This is simply stating a fact. Well, he says in capital letters, well, you're not, Paul, you're stating an opinion. And we're very happy to have your opinion, and a lot of people do agree with you. But at the moment, Thailand wants to try and sort of control who and how people are getting into the country because they don't want another bout of COVID-19. Or, heaven forbid, panic, they don't want Omicron in the country. So, this is the situation at the moment, Paul, but thank you for your opinion.
Yeah, here we go. A comment here from Eric Dufresne who says, 3,000 subscribers away from a monocle. Looking forward to 100,000 subscribers. Why, thank you, Eric. We are very close to 100,000 subscribers, currently at 97,000, I believe. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. We're trying to make it to 100,000 by the end of the year to start 2022 out with a bang.
If you're watching now and you haven't subscribed, well, shame on you. All you have to do is reach down and press the subscribe button. Otherwise, we're going to knock on your door and Jay is going to hold you down and I'm going to force you to subscribe to the channel.
That's right. But please do. It really helps us out.
Yeah, it affects the YouTube gods and makes us more clickable or something. I got 3 responses here to a story that Natty did on the weekend.
Okay.
She visited a vegan restaurant.
Yes, she did, yeah.
In Ari, which is down the Sukhumvit line. Scuba Sausage, talking about that story, said, Scuba Sausage? I just wanted to say this video is great, very well produced and very well presented. However, I do not agree that avoiding meat is ethical in any way, shape or form. I do not feel better about myself when I don't eat meat, and we shouldn't condemn meat eating. So that was the opinion as I fix up some of their spelling mistakes and add an apostrophe from Scuba Sausage. Included in his name is a meat product.
Yeah. He's pro-meat.
Gian Rossa says, I've been vegan for 10 years and so far the Thai vegan dishes are the best I've tried. I have to agree with you, Gian. Yeah. The one in Ari and the Vegetarian Society in Chatuchak are my favourite. I'll give it a try. To the second one. Never been there. Loved the video. Have you ever been vegan or vegetarian?
No.
I was a vegetarian for about 5 years in my early 20s. And then I was going to sort of go, I was calling it a flexitarian earlier this year, which was mostly vegetarian, but with the occasional meat when I felt like it. I call that flexitarian. But I sort of wavered, and I'm back to my old habits of eating meat. But I probably eat a lot less meat than when I was young, I would say.
Oh, okay.
I think we're all a little bit more health conscious and understanding that eating a vegetarian diet, apart from maybe, perhaps, I won't get into the science, being better for you, it's certainly a lot better for the environment because growing animals takes a lot of energy and a lot of land.
All right. Now, last Friday, Tim, me and Natty did a Thaiger Unfiltered, I believe our third episode. That's where me and her just have a chat with our viewers, and they get to ask us questions.
Just riffing.
Yeah, it's just an AMA, Ask Me Anything. A fan of the show, Matt Dultsky, says, this probably is the worst show and not professional.
This is one of your fans?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wrong direction, and Natty, put some contact glasses in, or buy glasses, please. Slouching over the desk and hanging out with mates we can do at university and in the office. Those are the only places you can hang out with your friends, either universities or offices. Please remember that.
Matt,
okay?
you're going to get caned, I think.
Not impressed at all, Jay and Natty. Don't be lazy. Good luck. Well, thank you for the comment, Matt. Firstly, I don't know if you know what an AMA is. However,
It's sort of unscripted.
he doesn't like it when I slouch, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about when I cross my arms, Matt?
That is
okay?
unprofessional, Tim. Okay, we need a certain level of professionalism.
Decorum.
Even if we're just hanging out and talking to people.
What's the issue with Natty's contact lenses or something?
I have no idea.
Was she struggling to read something?
Wrong direction. I don't know. Probably. It could have been. It was a 40-minute episode.
Okay.
Yeah. He sat through it. He sat through it, though.
We've had a little bit of ophthalmic adventures over the weekend ourselves.
Yeah.
We were both at a hospital helping a friend who was getting they went in to get LASIK, and they ended up getting PRK, which is an alternative.
Yeah.
But it is a little bit more
painful. Yeah.
The result's just the same. I have to say, we're now 1.5 days later. Mm-hmm. The patient is wandering down the street with perfect vision, and just a little bit uncomfortable still, but no more pain. Mm-hmm. So, we had our little ophthalmic adventures.
Yeah.
Do you know that hospital, we won't mention it because it would be unprofessional, they put through about 130 LASIK patients on the day.
Yeah.
And 3 of the PRK treatments.
And it seemed like a factory.
A factory, but a very well organised factory.
Yeah, very well.
I mean, we did shop around for a good price, but gee, they were good. They were just wheeling people out with the eye shields on.
Eye problems in here, coming out with no eye problems.
Yeah, it was just amazing. And because a lot of Asian people are myopic, and LASIK is a very good treatment in there, like between sort of 20 and 40, 45 years old. So a lot of people getting it done. I was just surprised. And that was only the LASIK part of the hospital. I mean, they've got all the other bits and pieces they do. They're making a lot of money.
Yeah.
It was packed.
It was packed.
Everybody wearing a mask.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you for the comment, Matt. If you'd like more professional news presenting, you can check out Thailand Top Stories in the morning.
Oh, yes, much more professional.
Or Thailand News Today in the evening.
With the hair.
With wigs.
But Jet's not on today, by the way, if you wanted to know. Oh, I didn't
Matt's
turn
going to be sad.
So now Natty also did another story on the weekend where she stuck a thing up her nose.
Yes, she did.
She was showing people how to do the ATK test. Just about everywhere you walk through the door now, they've got ATK tests.
Yeah. Actually, yeah.
7-Eleven?
They even have, they even have it in 7-Eleven vending machines. It was refrigerated.
So Del Boy K talking about the story from Natty. When I had a doctor do this for me the first time, it felt like he was poking my eye from the inside. Not comfortable at all. Once again, just changing their spelling. On the same story, David Enville said, this channel is going down the drain fast, unfortunately. Guess Big Pharma proudly produced this one. Just once again fixing up their spelling.
Right.
So, your spelling is going down the tube, David, because, of course, the testing for COVID-19 is all part of the grand conspiracy.
It is.
So, David, if you don't want to stick a thing up your nose, you don't have to.
Yep. All right. My next comment here is from Atul, who says, you guys need to correct yourself on sandbox scheme. It is still 7 days, not 5 days. I believe this was a comment made on, once again, Unfiltered with Natty. Yes, I would like to clarify that currently there are 3 schemes. It's the Test and Go, the Sandbox, and the Happy Quarantine.
Happy Quarantine! You get to spend 10 days of quarantine.
That's right. In the middle one, the Sandbox scheme, you quarantine
Having fun with that mic.
Yeah, vaccinated tourists must stay 7 days in quarantine before they can travel out of the sandbox area. However, that will be changed to 5 days. Now, that has been confirmed. However, that will only take effect on December 16th. So 5 days is going to happen only after December the 16th. So that's the clarification. Thank you for the comment, Atul.
The happy quarantine is the 10 days in quarantine. That's for people who are unvaccinated. So unvaccinated people can still travel to Thailand, although you're going to have to spend 10 days in an expensive AQ hotel. Some comments about a video I did for the weekend. I did a series of 3 videos that literally no one was interested in about Maya Bay, which is the pearl in the middle of the Andaman Sea between Phuket and Krabi at Koh Phi Lay. So Maya Bay. So a few comments about my visit out there. Kelly V said, yes, can't wait to get back. Been twice, first time peaceful and amazing, second time crowded but still beautiful. Hope they highly regulate admission. Please do not ruin it again. Have you been to Maya Bay?
No, I have not.
How long did you live in Phuket?
20 years.
You should be ashamed of yourself. Lovin Thailand says, if you're on Popipi Don, it's cheap to take one of those long tails. If I recall, this British chick and I split the 1,000 baht cost, but that was in 2013, so I might be wrong on pricing. Well, firstly, just wondering what happened with that British chick and you. And, yeah, you can still get a long tail boat from Koh Phi Don, about a 15-minute trip, I suppose, 15, 20 minutes over to the Koh Phi Lay, the smaller of the 2 islands, where Maya Bay is. And Nate's Quest, you know that's right, said, it's usually trolling us, but this time he said something useful. One of the few things that the Thai government has ever done that made sense. So happy to see this beautiful place preserved. I've been many times and was saddened by the destruction over the years. We should say that they were talking of reopening Maya Bay on January the 1st, but it looks like, not officially, hasn't been announced. They may push that forward, mostly because the Thai tour groups and Thai officials are feeling that it needs to have a little bit more time. And they're also trying to get all the infrastructure ready to like walkways above the ground so that tourists don't actually sort of physically have to traipse through the vegetation. So they're building piers and ramps and things. So yeah, that's all happening. But there are 3 fantastic reports about Maya Bay on our YouTube channel. I went all the way out to Maya Bay just for you to show you what's going on out there, including a hidden gem. But you haven't seen the original Maya Bay, so...
Yeah, check them out while you have some time on Thaiger YouTube.
Yes. It's called Maya Bay 1, 2 and 3. Very complicated.
How many questions do you have? About 10,000 over there.
Oh, I've got another one here from E.T., spelled E-E-T-E-E. It should be closed forever. Those boat people only interested in money stay closed for the underworld's sake. I was sort of wading through his discourse there. Well, they are going to sort of keep it closed for a bit longer, and it's Thai people that are really saying that they want to keep it closed, including the tour groups, because they really understand that the long-term gain is worth the short-term pain with traffic. You can actually go out to Maya Bay tomorrow if you want. I mean, it is open, but you can't step onto the beach or go into the bay. You have to take your photo from just outside the bay.
What would the point of that?
Well, you can still see the Maya Bay.
Yeah, it's like that's like going to see the Mona Lisa, but you're about a kilometre away taking a picture of it. Let me use my zoom lens.
Well, I have seen the Mona Lisa.
Oh.
I have to say it's a little bit disappointing because...
It's quite small, isn't it?
It's very small. You sort of sit there and you're about, 3 metres away from it. And you... hang on. Zoom. It's pretty hard to see, but Leonardo didn't paint it wasn't into big canvases at that stage.
All right. I've got 2 quick things that I'd like to clear in terms of questions or comments that people have made. Firstly, from Adam, who says, serving beer now in Pattaya. Now, Jay, bet you and Tim are gutted. No, we are not gutted. I have a feeling that people think that we are anti-Pattaya for some reason. We are not. Pattaya is a great city. It needs alcohol restrictions to be lifted, and the party to start once again, and we hope that happens soon, because that'll be good for Pattaya and the people of Pattaya. So yeah, that's cleared, Adam. And John Boy, can I ask, if you are sponsored by the coffee company, why do you not use them on the show? Another thing I would like people to say is, even though we are sponsored by Coffee Culture, yes, but it would be impossible for us to sip on coffee for 5 hours in a row, because that wouldn't make sense now, would it?
We'd like this to start.
Believe it or not, there is some preparation for these shows. So we come in a lot early. We have our coffee. I've had already 2 mugs. I can't have a 3rd or 4th cup of coffee while I'm doing the show, because then I wouldn't be human anymore. I'd just be...
You'd be a shaking wreck.
Exactly. So thank you for the comment, but please understand that it's impossible to sip on coffee non-stop.
There you go.
There we go, and that's it.
You've been berating everybody today.
Have I?
Yeah, you've been getting your stick out.
Only the people who deserve it.
I think the thing with Pattaya,
response.
we're definitely not anti-Pattaya or Pattaya.
Get the name Pattaya right, Tim. You've been here forever and you can't even get it right.
So, I mean, we don't take it very seriously, though. I mean, there are some people who take the whole bar scene and the girls and the whole nightlife very, very seriously. Mm-hmm. We don't take it that seriously. We just report Pattaya as it is and for what it is. So it doesn't have great beaches, it doesn't have sweeping mountains and fjords, but it's got a fantastic nightlife, and we recognise that. We also recognise that a lot of people have gone through quite a lot of pain through the bars not being open economically, both the people that work in the bars and the people that own the bars. So we do wish the best for everybody there, and it seems that from last Friday they have had a reprieve, and that the bars are opening sort of through a bit of a loophole in the legislation, and that a lot of the restaurants are open. Not everywhere in Chonburi, though. There's like Bang San, which has not been allowed to open the restaurants with alcohol yet, but I think it's all going to sort of fix itself up by about Christmas.
All right. Do you have any other comments?
That's all I have.
Well, my last comment here is from Ron John, who says, no count on the dislike button. What are you trying to hide? Lol. And then I believe another commenter said that it's off from YouTube everywhere worldwide. Did you know that people can't click dislike anymore on videos?
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. What's the story?
Oh, I don't know the story behind it. However, it would be hilarious, because sometimes we'd schedule the live show. So, for example, Good Morning Thailand, we'd schedule it at least 30 minutes to 40 minutes before in advance, and I'd already see people click dislike. The show hasn't even started. What are you clicking dislike on? So I guess trolls will always be trolls. It must have gotten out of hand, or maybe people might have been trolling people on purpose.
Let me ask. Hey Siri, why has YouTube turned off the dislike button?
There we go, another Apple plug. Tim and his Apple love.
I found this on the web for why has YouTube turned off the dislike button. Check it out.
The dislike button. Oh, forget it. My ridiculous accent again. So I don't know why. There you go.
Yeah, let us know if you know why. And that's it. That's all the comments we have for today. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Thank you, Tim.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Jason, pressing the buttons. Shai doing some editing on a bright Monday morning.
And we're
slightly
here
cold.
on a public holiday.
That's right, for the viewers. So please subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And we hope you have a great Monday.